Sundowns, and we'll speak about Itumeleng Khune. Let's start off, of course, with the busiest man of the first half. They are busy with that.
Movement of the ball, his hunger, in terms of showing hunger when he has the ball and when he doesn't have the ball. A delightful ball played by Ray Fosler on the shoulder of the last defenders. His awareness to see that Dennis Onyango has left his area. On the volley, lace technique, that was a great save by Africa's number one. But Billiard was telling us what he's about to bring.
Yeah, but when you look at how Kaiser Chiefs have utilized the left-hand side, I alluded to the fact that if two of their fullbacks, which is Mrena and Lyle, will be going forward, Kaiser Chiefs will utilize the space, as we have seen there. Now there, again, we look at the movement of the players in terms of Kaiser Chiefs. They still have 3 players up front. Nevertheless, that Castro has dropped into the middle. But the shape of the team, it has been maintained. As you can see there, the 3 players, there you go with Billiard.
First touch is key. First touch is key. The Kama Billiard surrounded by 3 Mamelodi Sundowns defenders. But the first touch is this left foot. He sets himself up. It opens up his body. Then he has got the view of the goals and where Dennis Onyango is. Just unlucky not to kill it enough to be on target, but it was a great move. Again, the combination of Parker and Kama Billiard, the understanding and the cohesion is growing.
It's key to mention as well, if you had a heat map of those 3 moments, the first one came from the left, from the right, the next one came from the left, the next one was straight down the middle from Kama Billiard, who's been the busiest or perhaps of all the players at Kaiser Chiefs in the first half. But let's go to Shompo Kekana, who also has a shot that he's been trying out. We saw it last week.
What is key is Andy Lejali on the ball rotation, movement of the ball from Shompo Kekana. At this moment, he goes wide because he sees that Kemet Erasmus has tugged in. You've got Rivaldo Kutia that brings you stability in that moment. Andy Lejali goes wide. There are combination passes and small triangles. They are waiting for the move. Look at Shompo Kekana. Look where he is. He has the license to be there because of the 2 players you mentioned. But he nearly caught Khune sleeping. He nearly caught Khune sleeping on the near post.
Very few players in world football would have the guts to take a shot from that distance in that angle.
No, he doesn't have a choice there because he ain't going to play a decent ball inside. If only they lose possession, they will be caught not set. So this is a tricky way of doing things because he had to take a shot but gain possession, set play. Because if you look at the pictures, the blue shirts, they've already gone up. If he plays the ball, Khune gets the ball. It was going to be transition against them, but in this case, he would have done better. I mean, it's good for him to have taken a shot the way he did.
Well, luckily, he is a man with a bit of a punch of a shot. Now, I said a little bit earlier that the other player we're going to be looking at is Itumeleng Khune and how he's done in this first half. Pomozo, he's not going to go into dressing room with his
we spoke about the danger that Shompo Kekana brings into this Mamelodi Sundowns team, which is the ball that he plays in behind the defenders. When that ball is played, yes, first thing is, Khune does well because he reads and anticipates where the ball is going to go. But in the last second, before it makes a decision making for Itumeleng Khune, clear the ball to the side. Clear the ball to the side. Any young goalkeeper watching, in a moment like that, you need to clear to the side. But good anticipation from Raman Patele to see the goalkeeper has left his goal line. Raman Patele, with the experience that he has, he then drops behind to be the last defender or the last Kaiser Chiefs player on that pitch. But Khune made a mistake in that moment. He's clearing the ball straight down the middle. He should be clearing the balls wide.
It's a corner kick. Mamelodi Sundowns have, I think it's 4 players that are sitting in the box in attack of the ball. Kaiser Chiefs have a lot more. Explain to me how this goal goes in, Doc.
It will go without saying because now Khune is an experienced player. Anything that is played inside the box, he's the only player that's got advantage because he's using his hands. And now, unfortunately, his technique, if you look at there, he's using the left arm instead of him trying to probably punch the ball with his right. Look at, he's using the left, there. So also, vertically going up, he's limited. Anything that is placed inside the box, he's the first player to probably have an advantage of clearing the ball. But again, the player who scored the goal is marked by a defender that I thought is taller than Shandulile. But he was outjumped. Cardoso was meant to also have gone and cleared the
what is key is, and what makes it difficult for Cardoso, he wants to head the ball from a standing position.
Yeah.
Shalulile comes from the far post, he's
Yeah.
attacking the ball. So the mistake that Cardoso does is, he's looking at the ball, but he can't see the man that is coming. Did he have so much trust in Tumelen Kune that Tumelen Kune is going to get the touch? That's why he did not commit himself. That is the big question. But when Tumelen Kune, with all the experience that he has, when he leaves his goal line, he needs to make a touch or contact with the ball. Raman Pachele tried again, even when that ball went in. Because when Rama saw Tumelen Kune leaving, he's trying to drop, he's retreating, trying to cover, to clear that ball. Unfortunately, that lob was just too high for him to be able to clear. But mistakes all round for Kaizer Chiefs in that goal. But well-taken goal. Shalulile opens his account. Remember, last season, he scored 16. He's on 1 now.
When we come back, we'll ask pertinent questions. Tell on head.
Sacrifice Catalan because he's on yellow. Anything that he gets now is straight red card. So probably bring in Blom to stabilize the midfielder and also sacrifice a little bit of Parker. You know, let's give more energy up front and bring on Keleto, a youngster that I think can probably change the game in terms of penetration because it's very quiet. We're not hitting Sundowns. Well, with Castro and Billiard, give them another 10, 15, 20 minutes. And then there's another young boy that I'm probably thinking he can throw in there. You know, Happy Mashiane on the left-hand side. He can also do the damage and probably give also more to strong attacking minded Kaizer Chiefs.
Mamelodi Sundowns are in the lead. It's about game management for them. How do they manage the game? Mamelodi Sundowns has got 3 coaches that believe in domination of ball position in midfield. So when you're looking at your screen, the name that jumps out is George Maluleke. It's his former team. You want to bring him there. You want him to come in and post that midfield. You're looking at Mkulis, also the young man that really made a name for himself at Mamelodi Sundowns. Those 2 players you can bring in if you just want to manage the game and maintain ball position. You mentioned it earlier. 61% for Mamelodi Sundowns ball position. Those 2 players that I'm talking to you, they are the bosses or the masters of ball position. When you need pace up front, you're looking at Lebkhang Mabue. The last time you wore a Mamelodi Sundowns jersey, he scored a hat-trick for Mamelodi Sundowns. He's one that can come in up front. Let's not forget Aubrey Mudiba on the left-hand side. If you want to spice things up, you can rest Lake and bring in Aubrey Mudiba.
Remember, Kaizer Chiefs, in their last 5 beginning of the season opener games, have only won 1. Sundowns haven't lost 1 in 12. So, how will this end? Let's go now to a commentary team, 2nd to none. It's Brian and Temba.